Okay, Chris. Well, my name is Juliet Barreto, and just to tell you a little bit about myself briefly, nowadays I'm wearing many hats, right? I have been a nurse for 14 years now, and last week, just to share the great news with you as well, I just earned my master's degree as a nurse practitioner. So I was very happy about that.
Congrats.
Thank you. And I'm also a franchise owner, right? For a park that many of you may be familiar, right? We have one in the Kendall area, and it's Urban Air.
Wow, that's so amazing. So how do you get to do so much with only 24 hours, Juliet?
It's definitely time management, I would say, right? And every day just preparing what the next day may bring. Of course, we cannot predict everything, but I have great support behind me, and that's what keeps me going.
How difficult was it to get the nurse practitioner license? My ex-wife is a nurse and she's getting her master's, so I know how difficult that is. But wow, I could just imagine the next move for you.
Yes, it was quite challenging. A lot of nights studying, right? A lot of days nonstop with tests and clinicals and just learning new things and how to, as being a registered nurse, learning how to be a practitioner now, right? And looking at the whole picture of the patient is totally different, but very rewarding. So looking forward to the next step, right? And helping those patients and families.
I'm so happy that you became a nurse practitioner because now I could just make a phone call and you could get me better quickly. So how did you hear about us? How did you hear about Second Chance Credit, Juliet?
All right, well, Chris, I actually heard from Second Chance Credit by my legal advisor, right? I was in the middle of signing my franchise agreement and obtaining, financing for the franchise company that I was about to open, right? And of course, my credit wasn't what I wanted it to be. Yep. So I knew that there were some things that I wanted to fix. So I actually asked him if he knew, right? As an attorney, they know a lot of people in the community. And he told me that personally, he didn't know someone, but that he actually had, I guess, the week before, had some clients of his that had mentioned that you're right around the corner. And they shared their great results that they had with you, Chris. So he actually said, you know what, search him up, see what you think. And I did just that. I went in Google, I searched for the company's name. I checked in Sunbiz, right? I want to make sure that everything's legit, that it's a business. I also checked your start rating, which was wonderful, and you had great reviews. And I said, you know what, everything looks good. Let me give this company a chance. And that's when I called you up for a consultation.
After the consultation, what made you believe that we were the right company and, going to be the right asset for you? Because now we're part of your team, your credit and financial team. So what made you decide after that conversation, okay, I'm going to hire them?
Well, we had a Zoom call just similar to this one, right?
Yeah.
And I think what made something go in my head, right? That light bulb that said, this is it. This is the company that I want to work with. And it was how organized you were, right? You explained everything step by step with true honesty and, letting me know this is what I can fix. This maybe we may not be able to, giving me tips and just, being a true partner with me and just giving me the best advice that you can give me and working together. We developed that plan, which I still have, and I look at every now and then because I forget where I started, right? We just see the results. And it was just that organization. You told me we're going to have a meeting every month. These are the steps to follow and we'll take it step by step. And I definitely love that whole structure and process, right? I love everything that's organized and I knew you guys wouldn't let me down.
Thank you, Julia. Well, it talks great about you because you're such a good student, right? Look at you now. You got your nurse practitioner, your business, you do so well. And I see that is because you like process, you're diligent and you're an achiever. And that's just wonderful. So now, after we helped you out with your credit and finances, give us a quick success story. What has Second Chance Credit helped you with now?
Well, Chris, not only to say that my credit score now is twice as high, right? I think I started in the mid 600s or very low 600s. And now I'm at 741 and some are even higher than that. So that was definitely wonderful. The impact that that makes, right, on anyone. This is the first thing that everyone looks for when you're trying to open a business, when you're trying to have your own practice. And this has opened those doors for me. The fact that discrepancies and things that were just like simple errors that I couldn't fix on my own, and you guys were so quick to make those changes and just bump my score up so highly. So,
and Juliet, those discrepancies, even if it's not our mistake, it's another person's mistake, a company's mistake, that happens all the time. 80% of the credit reports have errors. We get blemished for 7 years, Juliet, if you don't get that fixed. So imagine you have such a great professional, great woman like yourself, you're trying to move ahead, but they're telling you you cannot because of this discrepancy. And thank God for that attorney, that had the intuition, says, I cannot help you out, but let me search who can. And then you did it. A lot of the times the customers say, thank you very much for everything you've done. And what I tell the customers is like, you're the one that took the first step. You should be saying thank you to yourself because whatever you seek is seeking you, Juliet. So you said, you know what? I'm not going to give up. There has to be a way out. And you found it and you continue to find it. So big kudos to you and the success you have had, Juliet. So now.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So now that we have great credit and you have all the success, how are we going to keep this up? How are we going to be able to sustain this, Juliet? Because remember, anyone could get an A in a class. We have to maintain the A now. So what are your keys to success for that?
Well, Chris, I plan to implement all the tips and all the advice that you gave me, and putting all those tools into place to make sure that my credit score doesn't get lowered. And of course, like we talked at the beginning, right? There's certain, I don't want to say traps, but maybe sales and things that we want or they share with you. So definitely not falling for those, right? When you go to the store and you want something that you really like, is it really worth it? Do you need that in the long run, right? Setting priorities, and making sure that you're on top of your credit all the time. Like you showed me, I constantly check. I have alerts. I see what's going on, and as busy as I am, if I have the time to do that, I know anyone else will. And I think everything that you have taught me, I think it's been almost a year now, to heart. And I thank you because on my own, I was struggling. I couldn't do it. I tried, fixing those things, and it just wasn't possible. I don't know how you guys do it. I can only share, how good it's been afterwards and all the good that has brought me. But without you guys, I don't think that I could have improved that. And I definitely plan to keep it this way.
Well, it's an honor to be your personal credit advisor. It's an honor for Second Chance Credit to represent you, family and friends that you have sent over. We appreciate you a lot. You've been a dream of a client. Thank you very much for that. But also, what I just got right now is surround yourself with great people, delegate yourself to success, right? Because we only have 24 hours today, like yourself, you're a wife, you have a family. We all have that. How much can we really do? And how much does that matter to us? Because time is the only thing that we cannot get back. So, we find such a great professional, and, now you as a nurse practitioner, you understand how important that is now, health. And so thank you very much for becoming a nurse practitioner, for continuing to advance your studies and your career. And thank you very much for doing this and being a great client to Second Chance Credit, Juliet.
Thank you so much, Chris. And thank you for allowing me to share my story. And I just hope that others benefit from your services just as much as I did.